Hello guys, we are back here at Fisher Ferry, and of course this is kind of my hangout spot as of late. I'm taking the trail that normally gets me to Tall Pines Trail, which is one I'll be showing you very, very soon because it's pretty much my favorite trail out of all of them here. But that trail is really flooded from last night's rain, so we're gonna go off and head to the historic Lock 19, which is pretty cool because the lock itself is no longer functioning, and it just, I don't know, it's just fun to see some of the history that is going on here in upstate New York. So let's jump right in. Let's take a look, see what we can find. So what I love about this location is most of this really is untouched marsh, which is what I love. You'll see a lot of geese, a lot of waterfowl for sure. There's some crackles flying around. Occasionally you'll see some tree swallows as well. And you know, so I come here quite often. You know, you see some blue jays and some bluebirds and some cardinals, you know, your typical fare. Every once in a great while you'll see an awesome hawk or osprey of some kind. Every once in a great while, even rarely, you'll see a bald eagle. But you can see it's very tranquil here, and the habitat is lively. Even though when you look behind me, you can see over there's houses, and beyond that, shortly beyond that, there's a roadway that goes back and forth, and there's trucks that go through all the time. So all you hear during the busy time frame anyway is truck noise. It's kind of irritating, but if you come early in the morning, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful sight. So anyway, this is one of the reasons why I like coming to Fisher Ferry. You kind of know what you're going to get when you come here. It's pretty consistent, so it's great for novice and beginning wildlife and bird photography. But at the same time, you get lucky and you find something that you wouldn't normally see by going to any other trail. So, all right, let's move on. Let's head to Lock 19. All right, guys, so here we are. This is Lock 19. You can see it has been abandoned and out of use for quite some time. You can see some of the old stone there. This is where the boats would come in and out of. There's a secondary path on the opposite side as well, which is where they would actually kind of dock and stick around for a while. As we walk up here a little bit, there's some information about this historic lock. Let's take a look, let's read about it. Birds are singing, it's a beautiful day. It just rained last night pretty heavily, so everything is completely saturated, but you can see the sun just peeking through. It's just such a beautiful day today. All right, here we go. It says Lock 19. Double chamber lock for raising and lowering boats, built in 1842 during enlargement of Erie Canal, and the far chamber lengthened in 1885. So this is it. Of course, obviously this bridge was just built fairly recently. You can see over the edge there, it's a pretty narrow lock in my opinion. It doesn't look like any kind of heavy cargo ships would pass through here. Seems to me more local shipping containers, local cargo, passenger ships, that kind of thing. As I said, this is kind of where they would keep the lengthened boats. They kind of dock them up for a while, kind of in a holding station, holding pattern. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this lock 19. It's just a beautiful place. So I want to grab some pictures, show you what the detail, a little bit more detail for you. All right, hope you're enjoying it. So just as I started talking about the clouds parting and the sun coming out, look at that. Cloud cover, major cloud cover again, and look at that, we're starting to sprinkle a bit. So with that, I'm going to pack up some of my camera gear because some of it is not water resistant. Of course, this camera is, which is awesome, so we can keep this one going if we need to. If I find anything else interesting, we'll take a photo of it, grab it up out of the bag, and we'll keep on going. Like I said, guys, this channel and what I do, it's not meant to be professional. It's not meant to be professional look into wildlife photography. There's a lot of channels out there like that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, I gather my inspiration from those professional photographers. You know, when I was younger, I really wanted to be a National Geographic wildlife photographer, but you know, my life took a different turn, and not for the worst, for the better actually. But you know, when you're a kid and you have those pipe dreams of being something amazing or doing something amazing, you know, you can decide to go that direction or not. In this particular case, I decided to go the more family route, and you know, I'm actually happier for it. But with that said, I can still do something like this, something small. I can still contribute not only to that passion I had as a child, but also I can share that with all of you. And hopefully, you know, hopefully we have some grateful people out there that enjoy it. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to keep on walking. Let's see where this path takes us, because I haven't gone this far before. Let's check it out. So I guess that path pretty much ends after, I don't know, a few thousand feet. Looks like it forks off here. We have a construction path there. This looks like it keeps going. I don't know. I'm walking for about an hour now, and I know my son has some homeschooling, so, you know, usually my wife takes care of that. God bless her, because I would be no good in that situation, but I still want to be there for some sort of moral support anyway. Yeah, you know what? Let's head on back. And if we find anything along the way, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot it. I mean, you know, capture it. I'm going to kill it. I'm not that kind of photographer, jeez. All right, let's keep going. So guys, while we're here, I want to give you a few quick tips to what I see when I'm looking for any kind of birds in brush or in trees. So usually, as you can hear the songbirds. I'm not sure if you can hear them on the mic, but they're all around us. They're hard to see, but they're definitely all around us. And what's important is when you're looking for them, look beyond what your eyes normally would be able to see. Like, for example, you know, if there is usually when you're walking a path, right, you usually don't see the birds until they come right up on you. But if you can somehow look off in the distance and see where there might be a bird coming from, that's going to be the best way to really find them. Of course, bringing binoculars with you are a really good option as well. I don't have a pair of binoculars, so I am using my viewfinder inside my camera to try to see a little further off into the distance, which I think is awesome. Also, what I'm looking for right now are little tiny brush birds is what I call them. Usually in an area like this, you're not going to find larger bird of prey. You're going to find smaller little finches, sparrows, swallows, those kind of things. That's what you're usually going to find in here, you know, small little yellow-breasted canaries, you know, those kind of little birds. And you'll find them very close by. Like, I saw one off in the distance there by that tree stump laying down on the little roots sticking up. I saw some in these branches here right above us, which is pretty cool. There's one right there, you see it? I'm not sure, probably can't see it with this, but let me see if I can grab him. There he is. There he is. Oh, I almost got him completely, but that was another little yellow finch, which turned out awesome. So, and if you can also have patience, you can stay in one spot, they usually will come to you if you don't make so much noise like I'm making right now. So anyway, these are just some ideas. When you're looking for them, always look further off in the distance first, and then work your field of vision as you come closer when you're walking. That's the best way to find them. Look for color. Color is very important, contrasting color, right? We're in all green here, so obviously we're going to be looking for yellows. We're going to be looking for black and whites. We're also going to be looking for reds, blues, that kind of thing. All right, let's finish this walk. So we almost made it back to the end of the trail here. Before I leave you, I wanted to kind of pass along just some personal knowledge that I've and personal experiences that I've kind of fell into. You know, due to this coronavirus, it's set up a way of life that I never would have thought have been imaginable. And I mean that actually in a positive way. Obviously, you know, the coronavirus has devastated hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people, and it's such a terrible thing to think about. You know, this day in life, how can you find something that's so positive and so beautiful, right? But I will say that in this state, due to our closures and the closure of my business in particular, being able to do this, being able to walk these paths, these trails, spend time out in nature, is just amazing. Now, you know, I mean, I'm running a camera right now. I'm being recorded and I'm making these videos. But when you go out, you don't have to bring all this high-tech gear. You don't even have to bring a camera. If you want to just walk out on your own, walk the path, and hear the sounds, minus that car going by. You know, when you go out at a certain time of day where there's very few people out, particularly early morning, and you experience what it's like to be out in nature, there's nothing else like it. Remember earlier how I talked about trucks going by? That would be one of them. But, like I said, you do not have to bring all this technology with you. You know, I have a selfie camera, I've got my primary shooter, I've got this helmet cam I'm kind of using, but you don't need any of that. If you just want to meditate, go off down the trail of your own, find a spot that means something to you, or find a place that you know you're going to be able to, well, for lack of a better term, isolate yourself from others. Being able to reflect upon your life and like everything that's been going on, but maybe take a step outside of all that. I think this COVID-19, this coronavirus, has been an incredibly beneficial situation for a lot of other people who are not directly affected. I have had many people actually in my circle that had passed, unfortunately, and God bless them. I feel for those families and for every single one of them and every single one of you who have been affected. So I have definitely been affected, but I've also seen the glass half full perspective, and I've seen how beautiful all of this can be. So, yeah, take it for what you will, with a grain of salt. But you can turn a negative into a positive. Always know that. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed this little walk that we've been on. You know, I love doing this. I do this every single morning. I do go to Fisher Ferry an awful lot, which is really not a bad thing. I think routine is good from time to time. I will be going to other trails though as well. I'm kind of scouting out different nature preserves in the area, seeing which ones are really good for doing this kind of thing. I just think Fisher Ferry is just so convenient and consistent, which is a great start for the type of channel that I'm building, especially for those people who are either avid bird photographers or avid like bird enthusiasts or wildlife enthusiasts. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about what we've done here so far. If you've liked this channel, please click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button as well, and click that little bell, because that little bell is going to give you a really good idea in terms of kind of notifications are going to be popping up in your email or in your notification block. So anyway, if you have a comment as well, please comment down below. Please keep them positive. I'm trying to keep this channel as positive as I can. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll see you again later.